Welcome back to Small Town Sports. Tapper, Ashton. It's basketball time. Like after this, you know where we're going. We talked about it yesterday. It's going down today. Tapper's got that greasy ass slick back going on. I don't know what the fuck he's going for there. Casino Heights, 70s porn star. Take that hoodie off and you wear it proud. I watched you put it on before this got here. Ashton's got the fucking silk robe like he's in Playboy. Like with the fucking chain. I don't know what's going on there.
Just got out of the shower, Hugh Hefner got shit on me. I'm Bob and Kozo. We weren't.
Quick before we start the basketball pod. Tapper, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if Ashton knows who this guy is, but Craig Anderson retired last night. Fucking yeah, goalie.
Yeah,
played for Ottawa for 10 years. He was a overtime goal away from the Stanley Cup Finals, bringing us there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Ottawa going
lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, lost to the Pens in double overtime. That's when Ottawa was like, all right, blow it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad to say. Andy's had a great career. Glad to see him go out with a win too. I'm glad he beat Ottawa. I'm so happy.
Blow it up, just like our fellow Canadian team.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get right into the playing news. Chicago beat the Raptors. Heat versus Chicago. Don't really care who comes out on top on that one, but it'll be probably Miami.
I'm gonna say Miami. For Jimmy and really Miami. I think they hit their peak when they I want to say honestly was the Celtics loss.
And
I would say Bubbles. I would, but then they also did make that loss against the Celtics. I think that I can't see them do anything besides that, especially losing to the fucking what was it? The Raptors. They lost to the Raptors. Who'd they lose to? The Hawks. Hawks. Yeah, lose to the Hawks. I'm sorry. Wild because they're literally a 50-50 team definition. Yeah. And what are you doing losing the fucking Hawks, Jimmy? Really? The Heat altogether, actually. You were just in the one shot away from going to the finals the year prior, and now you're in the play and losing to the Hawks. So much can just fall and crumble in a year. It's crazy.
They have this happen to them every year, so I'm not scared. I don't expect them to do much, but I'm not scared for them because
it's every second year they're out, right?
Finals after beating the Bucks in 5, get swept by the Bucks. Sweep the Hawks, lose to Hawks and play-ins. Mm-hmm. What team's next? It's the storyline. It's
no, I think honestly it's for their sake, they'll go get. I know, like it's the basic formula in the NBA now, but you just go get another big name this offseason, or you blow it up because that team. I don't see what they're gonna do. You listen to the fucking Hawks, bro.
Stop getting carried by Max Strudis or whatever his name is.
Max Strudis,
man, carrying him right now.
And the entire team's actually consistent because if Jimmy's having a great night, the rest of them aren't.
Yeah. I just checked him. He had 14 out of 28 points for the Heat.
Yeah. So him that's wild. But them losing to the Hawks just in easy. I think the Celtics would beat them either way, but they would have given the Celtics, I feel, a better fight.
They won't play the Celtics. They'll play the Bucks.
No, I know, but I'm saying
beat
the Hawks. Yeah.
They
would have given the Celtics a better fight. But
OKC versus Minnesota. I got OKC.
I got Minnesota.
I don't know if y'all can see really. Man has 20 points, only one in double digits, and they're winning 44-41. Max Strus.
Wild.
That's right now? That's right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Live score.
So much to play with Jamie, eh?
Yeah. Fucking OKC versus Minnesota. Like I said, I got OKC. I don't care who wins it.
I got Minnesota simply. I think Ant's gonna step up a bit. I know he just
we're gonna talk about
shitty game, but I do believe I think everyone on that team will step up a bit. And honestly, Cat was eating the first 3 quarters and
got trouble.
And then just fucking kind of sold the bag there. So I think Cat will come back. I think Cat will be fine. It's really relies on Ant.
If OKC makes the playoffs, apparently Chet will come back. Is this the first time a rookie has made his debut, his first game in a playoff series, like a number 1 overall pick?
Oh, probably for sure.
Like that's insane. Your first game is playoff basketball.
Number 1 or 2?
I don't think that's good.
It's not good.
Oh no,
not at all. That's gonna hurt. Honestly, I wouldn't even play him.
I wouldn't.
You're not gonna win the championship. What's the risk of 1, him getting hurt? 2, you're gonna ruin team chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't think Shea's really been that hot after the All-Star break, though. Honestly, for him, he's not putting up his 30s post All-Star break. Post All-Star break, I don't think he's been.
No, he's been hooping.
Post All-Star break,
he's been dropping like 40 bombs since post All-Star. That's why they're in the play-in. Drop like 35 plus.
I don't know. I feel like he wasn't.
It's quiet. It's quiet because LA did that trade. You notice when LA is bad, everybody talks about other teams. But now that
Yeah.
LA is good, nobody cares about OKC. Nobody cares about Shea. Our
Yeah.
brackets. I'll read mine off actually right now, quick, and then we'll go Tapper, and then we'll go Ashton. We should do the flow of I'll read my bracket first, and you guys give your opinions after.
Oh my god, yeah, this brother was literally putting up 40. What the fuck?
He's an animal.
I swear, maybe it was somebody else. I swear someone was kind of falling apart after All-Star. I thought it was Shea. Oh, I know Shea was eating too, like all season. I don't know. I got the same bullshit in that one though.
Yeah.
Giddy too. Giddy's gross, underrated.
Yeah. All right, bracket time. Ready?
Yeah.
Me,
East or West,
Tapper, you, and then I got my West. I have OKC coming out. Then I have Denver in 5 or 6. I put 6, but probably 5. Phoenix in 7. If Paul George doesn't come back, if Paul George comes back, I have Clippers in 7. And then, and the East for the first. Oh, and then Sacramento. I have them in 6. Lakers I have in 7. And then in the East, I have Milwaukee in 4. Versus whoever comes out of the play-in, it doesn't matter. They're sweeping them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cleveland in 5 versus New York, possibly 6. Philly in 4, sweep versus Brooklyn. Boston in 6 versus Atlanta. Atlanta gets 2. I think.
Atlanta takes 2 on them?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, okay.
Denver versus Phoenix or Denver versus LA. I have either of them coming out in 6 versus Denver. Ironically.
Yeah.
I do. Unless Yoke, it's just a dog. LA versus Sacramento. I have Lakers in 6. And then I have Milwaukee in 5 versus Cleveland, Boston in 7 versus Philly. Then Lakers versus Phoenix or Lakers versus Clippers. If they face Phoenix, Lakers in 7. If they face Clippers, Clippers in 6.
Fuck, I want a straight answer, Nikolai. But Clips or Phoenix, bud? With or without Paul George, straight up.
I can't make that decision with or without Paul George. Because if he's not back in the first round, Phoenix takes it. If he's back in the first round, the Clippers take it.
All right.
It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I honestly, okay, I'm going to let Tabor go him. I'll explain why I have my picks.
I still have 2 more, quick.
Okay.
Then I have Milwaukee over Boston in 7.
Okay.
I switched my pick. Milwaukee in 6 over LA. Giannis gets his second chip. Just Brooke Lopez has been hooping. They had 3 guys in what's it called? And
DPOY race.
No, they got 3 guys in trophy slots. Giannis MVP, Brooke Lopez DPOY, and Bobby Portis in 6th man of the year. But yeah, that's my picks.
And they have 3 defensive player of the years. Brooke Lopez is going for it. Giannis is up there always. And
fuck it. You know what? I
underrated.
got Clips in 7 with or without Paul George.
All right.
Clips in 7 with or without Paul George. Then I got them beating Denver in 6, and then I got LA beating them in 7.
Wow, you have the Denver losing in 6, eh?
Oh yeah.
I don't have faith in them in the playoffs. I really don't. I don't trust them. Any fucking outlandish takes I did?
Sack in 6. That might be a bit, they're
you have Sack. Yeah, I didn't hear that correctly.
I have Sack over Golden State, yeah.
In 6 too. All right,
6 or 7. I could go, but I got him in 6.
All right,
my thing is
Bando.
4-time champions. They've been there
I
more
won't
than 4
disrespect.
times.
I won't disrespect. Simple own Steph Curry. That's all they need.
Yeah.
For first round, that's my opinion. I'm not going to.
It's a hot take. It's a bold take, but
I like the beam. But I would love for them to win, honestly. But
I do think they get beat out in the second round by LA.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Davis goes down, my bracket could be fucked if AD just rolls his ankle in the first game. So
I got
that's true.
Then Boston over. Then Milwaukee over Boston. Nobody's rolling their eyes at that.
No, that's going to be tough. That's a minimum 7-game series.
Well, go ahead,
I disagree with it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a minimum 7 games, I think.
Yeah. I got Denver over OKC in 6. I got OKC winning tonight. I don't know. Shea's been a dog. Cat's only played 14 games since he missed 60, so he's still not, himself. I got Phoenix in 7. Kevin Durant's better than Kawhi Leonard, and the team around Kevin Durant is better than the Clippers. I got Golden State in 6. It's Curry. Memphis in 6. Ja's been hooping years on
Wow.
end.
Okay, I respect that though.
That's not a bad take either. That's a really good
No.
take.
Yeah.
That's a safe take, man. Good
Yeah,
take.
it is.
Good take.
It's 6?
6
yeah,
is a little
on it.
wild, but 7.
I think, yeah.
7.
You continue though.
I watched Lakers versus Timber Puppies, and Cat was
That was
basically at the whole fourth because he was 5 fouls entering the
Yeah.
fourth. So, and that's the only reason they came back, in my opinion. Bucks in 5 versus Heat. I got a Heat winning tonight, and they could steal a game. I wouldn't put it past Jimmy.
Yeah.
Cleveland in 5. No Randall, unless Randall does come back, but I'm looking at that as he comes back in game 3 minimum. So
Yeah, fair.
I got them stealing game 3, and that's it. Honestly, Sixers in 5. I know I've been saying Brooklyn a lot. I want to see Brooklyn win just because I fucking hate Embiid, but
Yeah.
Sixers in 5. Like I said, Brooklyn can easily steal a game. Mikal goes for 40 again, and Boston in 4 or 5. I wouldn't put it past Trey
Down to
to
5.
have one good game.
Yeah, so I gotta cut you off here. Don't do 5. Let's be real here. The Heat were the only ones who were really gonna give them maybe a fight. The Hawks are fucking garbage. I'm gonna let you do your bracket. The Hawks are horrible. And
You don't think Trey could go off for 35 and 10 and win one game?
They swept the Nets big 3 essentially. They're not beaten. The Hawks aren't getting the game. I don't think. But you continue.
But here's how I look at it. They swept the Hawks big 3, but then we're saying Miami's getting swept. Miami took them to what, 7 last year?
In a conference finals compared to a first round, they're 2 different atmospheres. If you make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, you deserve to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The problem with Hawks versus Boston is Trey does exist, Marcus Smart exists, but then on top of that, DeJounte Murray can step up.
I've also watched DeJounte Murray have an efficient 40-point game, and next night
I can truly.
I've watched the Boston Celtics run through the NBA for the better half of the season, and
I just gave Trey the benefit of the doubt. Realistically, I should put Boston as a sweep. I'm gonna change it to Boston in 4. Tapper, go ahead.
I'm saying 5.
I don't want to
give him
your
one.
Opinion, but I respect it.
Give him one.
Yeah.
Out of respect, I suppose.
As a Trey fan, he's inconsistent, but out of 4 games, you gotta have one good one, right?
Yeah, Boston ain't perfect either. I shouldn't persuade you. That's my bad, Bando. You keep going.
No. I still got them in 5.
Okay.
I got Phoenix in 5.
Against Denver.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, bro. Keep going. You two actually have surprised me so far.
I hate Jokic. I just don't see him going for it. He's a regular season team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair.
No, actually, I don't. But I'm gonna let you.
The most he did is 2 3-1 comebacks. Sure, that was impressive. But since then, second round every year. There's that.
He's never supposed to make. Jokic, by the way, wasn't supposed to make it past the second round each year. He's never fell short. He's always actually exceeded. It's an actual. If you go look at it, the standings, the aroma, the gimmick around it. He's always supposed to be balanced out here, and he surprises actually. There's a whole thread about it.
I expect the MVP to do better than the fucking second round, to be honest. In
the second round
did 5 or 6.
Nobody else did, but keep going.
So, I still got Phoenix in 5.
Okay.
Fat Boy ain't gonna do nothing.
Slander on Fat Boy's wild.
Fat Boy might go to 7. Low-key. Keep going.
I got Golden State in 6 against Memphis. They own Memphis. Don't broke the bitch. East, second round. Bucks in 5 or 6. Generous for 6, but Bucks in 5 most likely.
That's Cavs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Like I love Dono. He puts up insane performances, but it's, to be honest, not gonna overstep my line. So Celtics in 5 max.
Yeah.
Celtics have been kicking them ass for years.
It's Philly, eh? Yeah. There's no rivalry. They get beat down every time. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a Boston guy, and I'm gonna put a little more respect on Philly personally, since it's Joel and now good little Harden. But you keep going. So now we got Boston, Milwaukee, eh? Or are you gonna jump up to the West?
I'll go Boston, Milwaukee first. I got
Bucks in 7 game.
Bucks in 7.
Okay.
Bucks are my favorite this year, in my opinion.
Okay.
Phoenix versus Golden State. I got Golden State in 7, honestly. Like last time Kevin Durant faced off against Curry, Curry whooped his ass in 7. It was a 3-1 comeback before Curry choked it.
Yeah.
I ain't got faith in Kevin Durant. Well,
So
sorry. I
I
got
do.
faith in Kevin Durant. The team around him.
this is the
Their team is
6
so
seed Golden
short.
State Warriors you have going to the finals.
Yeah. And then they
Okay.
get fucking 5 gamed or 6 gamed by Milwaukee.
Okay. Oh, I see. Milwaukee beating them down in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Give me one.
The real finals are going to be the Bucks versus Celtics conference finals. Keep it stack.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Good enough.
Giannis enters the top 10 debate. Not top 10, but top 10 debate.
Usually when they
spring.
get a chip at his current like area, like age frame, they usually win again, following a couple years up. So okay.
I got a couple
And
critiques for Tapper.
Yeah.
Just quick.
Yeah.
Phoenix over Clippers is wild for me. The fact that you said KD is the better team around him, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't agree with
They're
that.
not
but-
better. They're not better
No, the big three.
defensively.
Yeah, the big three's not better.
They're
either.
soft in the paint. DeAndre Zubac and Plumlee, ironically, are out rebounding Aiton by at least 6 boards a game.
They're
Aiton
not
is
actually.
soft.
Yeah, they're not the better team. I don't think their
When
big
you-
three doesn't touch him either.
When you trade 3 of your defensive players and ship them, go, I don't fucking need you.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder. 3 crucial guys for your first finals run, and you ship them off for Kevin Durant, which I completely understand. But you had no backup to go, I need my defensive players.
I need a ball stopper.
And you didn't get one.
Phoenix took a dump defensively.
Russ is walking through CP3 probably for the first 3 games until the Russ wall starts. And then PG
Even
and
then.
Kawhi are hooping.
Okay.
So that's
No,
me.
I
That's
agree with
me.
that, Nick. Yeah, the Suns.
That's my
aren't-
only critique. D-Book does exist, so I may be fucking up here, but that's just me.
D-Book exists, and Durant took Giannis, with a beat-up team around him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
7. He had no teammates other than
different time. Pal.
Kyrie
You talking
who
about the
went-
Bucks? Or
Yeah,
Durant?
Bucks versus Nets.
The
Bucks
Nets.
versus
Oh,
Nets.
okay.
When Kyrie was injured, Harden was injured. He came back for Game 7, but
Yeah. But
he
the
had no
problem,
one around him with that.
the problem is
And now
Kevin.
you're giving him Book.
Kevin's Kevin.
Yeah,
You
Kevin
can't
Durant
bet
is the
against
whole
Kevin.
sole
You
reason.
can't bet
It's the
against
sole-
Kevin.
it's
That's
the
the
sole
problem with
reason
me.
why I'm giving them respect. The Suns,
But I
honestly.
still have the Clippers over them with Kevin. They need something
don't
next
know.
year. All
I
right.
feel like Book and Durant are better than PG and Kawhi
No.
maybe not as
Fuck
teammates
no.
now, but like
Book doesn't sniff. I'm sorry. Book wasn't even better than Kevin Durant's second best player, which was number 11. He's never been better than Kyrie 1. So he ain't gonna. No, Book's never been better than Kyrie. I'm just saying, for example. So Kyrie and him were more of a deadly duo. Book.
I thought you were talking about Kevin. At
No,
first,
fuck no.
I was
no.
like, do I need to come to your house and punch you in the
second
teeth?
best
Like
player
what?
is number 11.
Yeah, I'm not talking about currently. I'm talking about his old duo. Is what I'm saying. So this
Okay,
isn't
I
much
thought
of an
you said
upgrade.
like all time his
No.
second best teammate's number 11. I was gonna say number
No, it's
30
Westbrook.
gone.
It's Westbrook.
Book was better
Who's
than James
30?
Harden last year. Last year, Book was better than James Harden for the past 2 years. That's my take.
When
End
he
of
played with
discussion.
when he played with James Harden, I'm not taking Devin Booker over James Harden last
year,
but,
last year, yeah. I am.
on the
Only last
Sixers?
year.
Even on
No,
the Nets, I'm not. I'm not taking him on the Nets.
Nets. I'm
slandered
taking
on the
Book.
Nets.
I'm taking Booker over him on the Nets.
I'm respectfully not.
The problem with Harden is his hamstring's fucked. It's shot. He doesn't care.
Curry over
My
Westbrook for teammates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I completely forgot he fucking played with Steph. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
No, but I'm talking about his old duo alone. Booker's actually overrated as fuck in my opinion. He's not even that great. He's good, but he's not that great, and that's
Very
why I'm not
efficient.
really
He's very
regretting.
efficient. That's my problem with that take.
Denver, no matter who the fuck they face, for some reason,
Yep.
Jokic is not getting love from you two, and I don't fucking get it because he has a pretty decently, he has a not decent bracket because he's gonna get fucked in the second round, but the first round in 4. And I don't give a fuck who he faces, Minnesota or OKC.
I
They're
say
playing teams
OKC
for a
could steal
reason.
one.
Yeah, well, they're playing teams for a reason. Denver's sweeping them in 4. Phoenix Clippers. That is by far the scariest first round matchup, and I'm so concerned for them. And with or without Paul George, I feel like Paul George will come back because he's that guy and he will come back. And Kawhi alone. Kawhi is going off a fucking heater. He's gonna heat up. I feel it's Kawhi's time. He's been slandered. He's had pretty good games the last fucking couple weeks near the end of the season. He's proven why he's still a top 10 player in the league. And 7. I got Clips in 7. That's a ballsy one. This isn't as guaranteed. I'm not as confident in this one, and my entire West bracket is kind of hurt essentially because the Clippers. But I am going out on a limb here. Clippers in 7. We're going down Sacramento, Golden State. I'd love to light the beam, but guess what? You got the 4-time champ, but that's in 5. Yeah, Warriors in 5. Potential. I want to do a sweep, but I think Sacramento can steal a game just because they're a little heater on. Too young for me right now. And
no experience.
You got the chance, and they just won last year. They're not getting first round. I don't believe. I think the Warriors will beat them in 5. Memphis Lakers, another young team in Memphis. This is another the LA teams. Maybe I'm putting too much faith in the LA teams. I'm going Lakers in 7. That's a 7-game series, I think, and I'm going to take the Lakers in 7. Just since the Lakers are pretty brutal. Yeah, Lakers in 7 or 6, but I think I'm leaning towards 7. The Lakers. It's a hit or miss, but I generally don't think LeBron James can bounce in the first round again.
Fuck no.
For the playoffs, I got the Lakers in 7-6. I put 6 here, but I'm trying to lean towards 7. Milwaukee against. It doesn't fucking matter. Chicago or Miami. That's in 5 because I think if it's Miami, I think they could steal maybe one game. I want to put 4. Actually, no, I did put 4. Never mind. Yeah, that's a 4. Actually, that's a sweep. My bad.
No matter who they play, it's 4.
They might be able. Yeah, I know. They might be able to sniff one game, but I doubt it. It's
Chicago. Was it last year? Chicago stole.
Oh, 1. Chicago's getting swept. No, Chicago's getting swept. I'm thinking Miami might steal one.
Yeah, Chicago stole 1 last year, and that's because DeMar DeRozan put up 50 points and literally went, "I want Giannis all game," and Giannis went, "I don't know how to stop him."
Yeah, because he just fade. It's hard for you. Giannis is a great defender, but if someone's on a heater and they're a shooter.
It's also fucking DeMar DeRozan, the clutch player of the year.
The offensive player will always beat the fucking a better defense player, in my opinion. But 4, I put 4 here actually, so I'm wrong. No matter, I think Miami might, and it's a very slim might steal a game, but I doubt it. I don't think so. So I put in 4. Cleveland versus New York. I want to say New York might sniff 1. Cleveland in 5. I'm thinking, I'm gonna put Cleveland in 5. Maybe I'm not too high on Cleveland, maybe. Johnny, you're gonna have to educate me there. I got Cleveland in 5 though. Philly versus Brooklyn.
Put them in 5 or 6.
Philly versus Brooklyn. The only reason Brooklyn's where they're at currently is because of Kevin Durant and Kyrie. Yeah. Philly in 4.
Yeah.
Boston versus Atlanta. There's a lot more sweeps than you two, I think, are gonna thought there was. In 4, Boston versus Atlanta. In 4. They're going through them.
I just gave 1 because Trey. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
And for some reason, y'all think Denver's getting bounced in 5 or 6, you said? Crazy.
5.
7 by the Clippers for me.
You said 7? Okay,
7.
Good. Because he's getting. I put 7 as well. I think they're beating them in 7. No, not Denver. Clippers.
No. He said he puts fucking Phoenix in 5.
Yeah. I don't. It's absurd the disrespect you're putting on Big Yoke. I don't give a fuck.
I don't like Fat Boy.
And guess what?
It doesn't have to be liking. It's smart money on the Fat Boy over Phoenix.
He's not getting bounced in fucking less than 6 games. I think 7. I think the Clippers. It's going to be a hard fought battle too. I think Clippers will take them in 7. And Warriors versus Lakers. And this is where my credibility might be gone. I have a fucking feeling LeBron James is it currently, and I know I've been dissing.
He's him.
I got the Lakers in 7. I think it's a 7-game series again, and I think the Lakers will take it in 7 simply because LeBron James has to snap. His team around him has to play well. I got the Lakers in 7, though. Unfortunately, Golden State will fall here. It's about time LeBron gets one on him. And Milwaukee versus Cleveland in 5. I think Milwaukee runs through them. Nobody. I don't give a fuck who they are. Nobody in the NBA currently can stop Giannis. Nobody on that Cavs roster can stop Giannis. Donovan will be a problem.
Mobley and Jared Allen. The wall down there. No, listen. Mobley's actually the finalist for Defensive Player of the Year right now. Those two down low might be a problem for Giannis. That's why I'm kind of looking at my bracket iffy right now. Cleveland might sniff 2 games. Sniff, because Brook Lopez exists. But 5 is my bet still. 5 is your bet.
Dono is going to be an issue, but
always will be.
He might drop 50 once or twice.
The issue for the Cavaliers is it's only Dono who's going to be an issue because it's still a young core, and I'm falling heavy on the young, non-experienced players. Giannis is a fucking MVP. He's a champ. Giannis been here, done that. Giannis in 5. Yeah. Philly versus Boston. Philly's been their bitch the last couple of years, but they do have Joel the MVP. And I think Boston in 6. I want to say 7, but I think 6. I think I'm giving maybe more respect than deserve. 4 is crazy. I think 6. Now we go up, and this is where, my credibility for the West might be hurt here. I would love to see it, and I'm maybe hoping I'm going out on a limb and praying. If you've fucking been following, you get the Lakers and the Clippers Western Conference Finals. We finally see the Battle of LA, and it's not really been a battle. It's I'm gonna go Clippers in 7. I think this is where Braun falls, simply because Kawhi Leonard. I'm putting all my faith in Kawhi. Paul George too, but I think Kawhi. I think Clippers in 7, and this is where we see the Clippers' first finals. I think Clippers will beat. If it's Lakers Clippers, I take Clippers. Simply with Kawhi Leonard, and that's Paul George will be a huge factor. I think Kawhi. My bracket is definitely, my credibility will be affected simply because I did put the 2 LA teams here. I don't know why I have a feeling about the Clippers, and I think this is it. So Clippers going to the finals, I think. Now Milwaukee and Boston.
Yeah, LA versus LA is not a questionable finals. It's not
possible. It's underdog. I think they're both in an underdog position.
My thing is Skip gave up on the Clippers because PG hurt his ankle. And Skip Bayley's credibility has been hurting for 3 years right now. It's been a lot. Shannon has actually walked this man down for 3 years straight on football and basketball.
Maybe predictions.
I watch their highlights daily because I'm a Shannon Sharp fan. I like Skip. We love Drip Baileys. Skip. We love Drip Baileys, but I'm a Shannon guy. Skip's credibility has been hurting.
I don't think 3 years. I think Skip's definitely prediction wise, like team wise, I think so. But Skip's definitely Skip's
analysis has been great. It will never fall off. His predictions have been emotionally driven for 3 years, and I do not like it. That's why he has no credibility to me as of 3 years. It has fallen off for me.
Because I'm a huge Boston guy, but I'm going to give credit where credit deserves. And it really, and I've said it since we've started this podcast, and I will stand by it. We're going to the East, and whoever makes it out of the East will win, I believe. So I have Milwaukee, Boston, and I witnessed it last year. I don't give a fuck about Chris Middleton, because guess what? Chris Middleton is so overrated when it comes to we got Chris Middleton. Good. You have Chris Middleton. He's gonna get fucking zapped by any of these Celtics, so I don't care. The only problem is Giannis. It's been the problem for years. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's been the issue forever in the East. He's dominated, and he's been the only problem. Everybody's scared of him. Not the Bucks, him. Simple. So I got Boston, and they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting everyone, but Chris Middleton is such an overrated factor for them. It's sick, man. He's so inconsistent. And I don't really see, maybe I'm going to eat my words. I'm not really worried about Chris Middleton with or without him. I got Boston in 7 though.
And then you think the baby Celtics get
and
there.
I think
not against LeBron either.
I think this is it. I think it will be Boston in 6. I think Boston beats Clippers. It's a fairy tale fucking finals for me. If I had to actually put my life on it, I'd go Golden State and a Boston rematch. If I had to put my life on it. But regardless, I'd take Boston. It's their time now. They needed that loss. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Tatum win it. They needed that loss, though. They've heavily matured from that. They went forward from it. They're arguably better than they were last year. And their team all around, they're great depth. Great offensively, defensively, we don't need to get into. I think their defense dropped a little bit from last year, but we don't need to get into defense because that alone, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. And like I said, a fairy tale, maybe Clippers and Boston. But if I think regardless, maybe Warriors, Boston, just to be safe. If I had to put a gun to my head.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Boston at 6.
Fair.
I think Tatum wins and gets his finals MVP's first championship. And Giannis is a problem, though, because let's say worst comes worst, Giannis bumps it out, Giannis will win. Whoever makes it out of the East is winning that champ, I believe.
My thing with yours is
probably the Clippers too high.
Nope. Well, yeah, but no, not really. Golden State outshoots the Lakers. Timberwolves would have beat the Lakers, but they could not shoot with a pick of coon shit. The Lakers back shooting it too much.
You're right, Johnny, but the play-in is simply one game, and nobody's fucking,
yeah. But
you give them a 7-game series. The Timberwolves aren't beating them. They maybe get them one. You run that back 7 games because the playoffs you have to recoup. You get to get more game plans. You're facing these guys for minimum 4 games. You have 4 games, and you're not leaving anywhere. Yeah. You're really going. You're similar spots. It's not that big of a deal. The playoffs. That's why the playoffs are so different.
You also can't. Can't promise that D'Angelo Russell is going to go 1 for 11 from the 3.
Because D'Lo's been good.
D'Lo has been hooping. You cannot promise that Rui Hachimura is going to score under 10 points. You cannot promise that Malik Beasley is not going to lock down Klay Thompson. You can't promise that because he is the most slept on defender in the league, and I'll die by that. I don't care.
It's
I've
absurd.
I've had a hard on for Malik Beasley since he was in Minnesota, since he was nailing Larissa Pippen. I do not care. I do not care. Malik Beasley is a underrated defender.
Dog.
Like that clip.
Now,
Malik
I can
Beasley,
agree, yeah.
dog. Like I
Yeah.
don't care.
I can agree, Tapper, the Lakers one. That's why I said I'm going on a limb here because I'm scratching. I'm begging to see the Lakers. And I generally think LeBron is going to snap. I think he's taken over. I think this is one more run. I think this is
I
it.
think he's gonna snap.
I do. I think he's like not snap like, oh, he's losing. I mean, like, just go fucking sickening. He's going to go hard. And he needs to, but you don't tell me there's no fucking, that is not a, lovey fucking nice. Oh, hey, Steph, good to see you. No. He don't like Steph when it comes to playoffs. There's no way he does.
He doesn't like the Warriors in general.
Fuck no. And guess what? I would love for the Lakers to be. I generally think it's a 7-game series. Now, Steph is a huge factor for that team. It's really just Steph. I'm sorry. I've watched religious Warrior games against Boston. It's sickening what Steph does for that team. But I don't think.
My thing is, I got the Grizzlies injuring one of the star players. The Grizzlies are a dirty fucking team.
There's a problem. There's a problem with the Grizzlies that nobody understands is that Adam Silver, Lakers are the face of the NBA. Boston is the face of the NBA. They will always be the faces of the NBA because they're the oldest, most winningest teams. Adam Silver will not allow a Memphis Grizzlies team to go out there and hurt players for 7 games. It won't happen. He will find Dylan Brooks. He will find John Morant, and he will suspend them for the whole series if he wants to. Adam Silver,
No, I don't think he will simply off playoff ratings and fucking money ship. I think they can bully ball a bit. I don't think I don't think they'll hurt
down Anthony Davis.
I don't think they hurt the Lakers. I don't think they do.
I watched him after Curry takes a shot, throw him to the ground, bro.
The problem with Dylan Brooks is he doesn't bring ratings. Anthony Davis does. LeBron James does. And I'm sorry, this team has shown that they will fucking fight for one. You throw AD or LeBron James to the ground, someone is throwing hands on that Laker bench.
That's fair.
Tried to sleep a boy at the beginning of right before the trade deadline on Orlando.
Yeah, that's fair, but I'm saying he sneaks his foot under Davis or something. Davis goes down for a
like Giannis did to fucking Kyrie. I agree.
Like I said, it could happen, but I hope it doesn't. It's fucking disgusting. Is that it, Tapper? Is that your only thing? I really don't have a problem with his bracket. It's a solid bracket.
I'm probably too high on the both LA teams, but I just have a feeling for them.
Bucks versus Celtics. Last year was 7 games. 7 games, yeah. You said Middleton's inconsistent. I feel like he helps him steal one. That's my only difference.
The problem is both teams are better from last year.
Yeah.
The Bucks picked up Jake Crowder, and Boston picked up Malcolm Brogdon. Jake Crowder does not compare to Malcolm Brogdon. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying Jake Crowder is a defensive piece that they were lacking, and Malcolm Brogdon is an offensive piece that Boston was lacking off the bench.
I just feel like Middleton steals someone, and either way, it's a 7.
I'll be honest with you. It's really like another thing though too is like, I'm curious on who the fuck you two think you're gonna pin up on Jaylen Brown and fucking Jason Tatum. You can
Jrue
say
Holiday and
Jrue
Jaylen
Holiday,
Brown.
Yeah, Jrue Holiday's fucking getting good. Jaylen Brown, smart choice. He's getting murked by Tatum.
Yeah, and then Giannis is guarding Tatum the 7 games.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. I like that.
Brackets are done. We'll get on to the real news, the real highlight of the NBA for the past 3 days. DeAndre DeRozan.
Oh fuck.
I did not watch that playing game because I did not care. I was praying the Raptors would lose. But then I opened my TikTok and I hear this little girl screeching like she's being murdered.
I get it's love and support for your dad, but like, oh my god, this fucking corny one, and I would have lost it if I paid seats to sit beside there. Lost it. I don't know how they even allowed that, because guess what? Any other fan, they're getting sent home.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, I get it's not another fan, it's his daughter, but it's wild.
They forced the Raptors to shoot their lowest percentage since like the 2000s.
Yeah, 18 missed free throws is crazy.
On top of that, DeAndre DeRozan received death threats on Twitter, via Instagram as well, and leaving the arena. I'm sorry, I'm about to go a little ballistic here. It is becoming harder and harder and harder to maintain the fact that I am a Raptors fan.
I think that's out of pocket for the Raptor fans, though.
Not the team, because the organization is actually great. It's this disgusting fan base that Toronto has created for both their teams, the NHL and the fucking Raptors. You cheer when Kevin Durant tears the Achilles, possibly ends his career. For one, that's disgusting. That's just, you guys suck, for one. And then two, she's 9. She's a 9-year-old girl.
And
who's
DeMar
there to
devoted
support her
his
dad.
life.
And it's not
to the
her
team.
fault that she was
Yeah.
screaming. For one, she shouldn't have been doing it. We all agree with that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have happened. But
She's
on
a
top of
kid.
that, it's on behalf of the Raptors organization, because it doesn't matter who you are. Security may not know who you are, and they'll come over and they'll tell you, hey, shut the fuck up
Yeah.
or leave.
No, they should have told.
That's on the organization. That is not
Yeah.
on a 9-year-old girl trying to cheer for her dad.
Yeah. I don't.
Disgusting fan base. Fucking sickening.
You know better than me, but the Kevin Durant thing, I got to play devil's advocate here. They're more than likely. I think it was more they were excited. They were about to win their first chip in forever. No,
I get that.
reason to sure, but I think that you can lean more on that for them getting hyped because they know once Kevin Durant went down,
Yeah, it was
chip,
over.
it's chip.
And they
the
cheered
death
for
threats were
Clay when he
wild.
tore his ACL.
Yeah, see, so I can't.
They
really
were in
defend
Golden
them there.
State.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Danny Green heard him.
They were in Golden State, bud, when Clay went down.
I thought they still cheered a bit.
No.
You wish.
No,
Trying to slander them.
Am I
Anyways,
tripping?
DeRozan devoted his entire career, and it's not his fault. It's not like he got up and left Toronto. It's not his fault he got traded. So I don't know why they would even throw shade towards his daughter.
Yeah, and the worst part
that's
is
sick.
the Raptors didn't even do him nice. They sent him down to San Antonio to fucking rot.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good trade for DeRozan. It was great for the Raptors fan base, but we like to be blind as Raptors fans. We praise DeMar, we praise Norm. We sent both those guys to rotting organizations and said, "Fuck you, we don't care."
You didn't do good by the players, but in the NBA, no one gets done good by the players. It's a business, but they did good by themselves.
Yeah.
For a prime example, look at Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Nobody won that, but they didn't give a fuck about him. They didn't care about his outcome.
They told him he was fine to play too, and his back was literally shot.
But he played. It's simple. He played when his sister died a couple days prior or a week prior, and they just sent the guy off.
Yeah,
There was the day of.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a couple days prior. But regardless, yeah,
It was-
that shit is wild. That's wild how
Yeah.
they did that to that girl though, because it's literally not her fault that her dad got shipped out. Like, come on, it's literally DeMar's kid. Like, DeMar.
I
his
know it
entire
wasn't
career
the
there.
fact that it was DeMar's kid. It was the fact that she was screaming. I don't.
I
Yeah,
know, but I'm saying they
yeah.
shouldn't have done that because of the fact it is DeMar's kid.
Yeah.
That's literally why they shouldn't have. They should have fucking used common sense and say, hey, this guy devoted his career to us.
Disgusting.
That's the whole reason why they shouldn't have done it, is what I'm saying.
Security couldn't have even kicked her out because where the fuck's she gonna go?
With her,
Yeah.
mom wasn't there.
No, she was. She was.
Oh,
beside
she
her.
was? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
she was
never
beside
mind.
her.
Where's she gonna go, Vando?
On top of that, what the fuck are the Raptors gonna do? They're blowing it up, right? End of the season.
Yeah.
They're not signing Fred, by the way. If you sign Fred with the 6th worst field goal in the NBA, Masai, you deserve to be fucking fired.
And he had the audacity to criticize these young guys too. Like, but what are you doing? You shot fucking disgusting. You want to criticize these young guys?
What?
Oh yeah, he said something about maturity. It's hard to be there when like you're mature and you see that these guys are younger, so they're as you watch them mature and grow. Hal, you played more minutes than your field goal percentage. Wild. What are you doing? No, that's a fact for a decent chunk of the season. If he might have cleaned up at the end, that was literally a fact. He played more minutes than his field goal percentage.
He did have a 2020 game, but that's his best game of the year.
Yeah, like wild. And he had the audacity to criticize these young guys.
Fred's not being re-signed. Gary's probably
They're blowing it up.
Gary's going to be traded. Malachi's going somewhere, probably the Warriors. They like to pick up Raptors players.
And shooters.
Pascal's being re-signed. Scotty's getting probably a max extension.
They're going to keep Scotty and
Pascal.
Freaking Pascal, I'm assuming. Now,
and
if
then
they really want to make
we
a
go out
big
and
ball
sign
trade,
James Harden next year, and we're good. We'll go back in the playoff spot.
Ooh, I wouldn't risk it, to be honest. But
Nor would I.
if they really want to blow that shit up, send Pascal out too, will you, somewhere? In my
Keep
opinion.
out.
You sign and trade him
Keep
for
signing,
somebody.
that's it.
Yeah,
sign and trade.
Yeah. Why is he a free agent this year or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's eligible for a supermax, I think.
Yeah,
I don't give it
because
to him.
You do not give him a supermax, but any team that's willing to give him a supermax and trade for him,
yeah.
bye.
See ya.
that's another
smart
reason
play.
I'm a Denver hater.
Why?
Porter Jr. Fuck Porter Jr.
Valid for poor Porter Jr. Fuck him, eh?
No.
Like, what are you on about? No, you don't like him because he's a fat, non-flashy white boy. Jokic leads that team. That's why you're Denver here.
Jokic is you, but with skill. That's the problem. That's why you don't like him.
For real.
That's why you don't like him.
Yeah.
My MPJ,
Get lucky.
210 million. You took the risk because guess who else was in the hunt for him? The Raptors, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, and the Pels. You cannot let your first round pick. See ya.
Such
Sayonara.
a risk
You can.
too. No.
No.
You can't, but they should have. You're wrong. They
Yeah.
couldn't do that. You couldn't let them walk. Because what happens if he doesn't get hurt? Denver just traded away their title chance. They make Jokic upset. Jokic leaves. You couldn't have done.
Yeah, but he was hurt before
There's-
that. That's my thing.
There's a thing that a lot of fans
They did
don't
not offer him a
understand.
210 with a back injury.
Yeah,
No, they did. They offered him 210, but the 210 wasn't guaranteed. That's what nobody understands.
Okay, good.
190
180
game.
180 guaranteed, 210 with incentives, and all the incentives are first team All NBA, MVP, championship, Finals MVP, and I think like a DPOY.
And
None
he's
of
sniffing
which
any
he's
of those.
getting.
He's sniffing none.
Maybe a title
still,
shot. He might get 3 mil for a chip this year.
180.
Yeah, maybe. It's 3 mil for nothing.
180.
NBA money is ridiculous.
How many years did he
Nobody-
sign? 5 year?
But that's
Yes.
a superstar you could sign.
Yeah, but
They
it's a
took
risk.
a chance on a rookie.
He comes back from a bad back. Back injuries don't guarantee to end in their career either.
He
By the way.
didn't play for a year and a half before he signed that shit.
Zion
Yeah.
is 250 right now.
Zion's
He's
different.
played 84 games.
That is Ingram's team.
I
He's
didn't know
on
they
a
signed him with that
max.
back injury. Johnny, I did not know they signed him with that back injury.
Oh.
He hurt it. He fucked his back in college and it's been fucking it ever since.
Oh no, never mind.
Zion
No, okay,
fucked
so
his
he's wrong.
ankle
No,
in
he's wrong.
college.
That he just lied to us. So he wasn't actually a fucking severe back injury, and they signed him. He just had injury prone. Is what you're saying?
No,
He hurt his
he was-
back the year he was signed, but he had 3 surgeries and the repairs were most likely to be good. Significant. No
And they
back
still
problems in
offered
the
him
future.
180.
No back problems in the future, but the best doctors and medical staff in the world. I don't care. It makes sense to me. I don't care. Team chemistry is a thing. You would have pissed that locker room off so bad. So
Yes,
bad.
but
It's the most passionate podcast I've ever done.
look at the
Most vocal one I've ever done too.
Raptors. Look at the Raptors. They
Fuck,
shipped
I
off
don't know if I
their-
knew that.
the
No, I didn't
chemistry
realize they
there.
signed him with a back injury.
Exactly.
Fuck.
The Raptors don't have Jokic. They didn't trade
Yeah.
for Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray isn't averaging 19 and fucking 6. On top of that, you have who else do they have? Oh yeah, probably one of the best benchers in the league. You're leading the Western Conference, and most people are sleeping on you for the title contenders this year. Me and Ashton included, you as well. Whole pod sleeping on them.
No, the Nuggets are simply a regular season team, in my opinion.
You
I
drop
win it.
Porter and you
Yeah.
sign a superstar.
And
That's
you're the
my
first
thing.
in the West.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
you know,
drop
you're
Porter-
the
Because
first. in
guess
the
what?
West.
And
Guess
you-
what? Guess what? Porter makes more sense to me than Gobert does.
Fuck yes.
No one's saying he doesn't.
Exactly.
Gobert's a bum.
We're not screaming over this
Shanghai.
fucking nut right now. We're
Oh,
screaming
no, 'cause
over
we've
a
already admitted he's a
23-year-old.
fucking L.
We're screaming over a 23-year-old who's a part of the best team in the Western
No,
Conference.
yeah, you fuck it. You take
Fuck
the
out of
risk.
here. Fuck out of here.
Podcast where we haven't shit on Gobert.
No.
At
Fuck
any
Gobert.
point. See,
Fuck
Gobert's
Gobert.
garbage.
I'm
Uh,
just saying.
What,
Or
by the
you
way?
sign and trade. Mitchell wanted out. You get Mitchell. Cleveland gave
Makes
up
sense.
a package for him.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
You're
just
right.
saying I don't like Porter Jr. I'm at 180.
You
I
say
They
you're
signed him
right,
before
makes
Mitchell
sense.
wanted out. They signed him before Mitchell wanted out, but
What the fuck
Oh
the
yeah, it
Pels
was 2
gonna
years
do?
ago, wasn't it?
Quick question. The fuck the Pels gonna do? You packing
You-
Zion up next year?
I
Fuck
said this
no.
last year. Or I said
No,
this last
no.
pod.
no, you don't. You wanna know why you
for
don't? You wanna know?
Dame.
You wanna know why you don't? Because as well as fucking injury prone as Zion is, he's still very young. Like you just said, the best training fucking staff in the world was usually in the NBA, and every time he's played, he's done numbers. You don't get rid of Zion. You keep taking the risk with him. Because guess
Zion
what?
for Dame.
No,
Pack him
no,
up.
I don't.
Zion for Pascal.
I
Pack
think
him
you.
Pack him up.
Fuck no.
No, please no. I'm
Back
not
him up.
paying $700 for nosebleeds.
You
in
don't
Toronto.
Westfield. You keep Zion there because Zion Westfield. Zion will be. What did he get injured with? A foot injury? What's he
Yeah,
really
but
hurt
Now
with?
it's just
But
his
it-
weight.
He has a foot injury, but he also he weighs 250, so he does. Shannon Sharp said this in the last fucking Undisputed episode. A lot of people go, dryer's shrinking my clothes. Nobody. The fridge is shrinking your clothes. It's
Yeah.
doing it to Zion. I'm sorry.
He's a fat fuck.
I
He
hate
got
to
that
say it.
rich
He's a
people
big
money, so
boy.
he's eating a rich people food.
But
And he's
mate,
eating
he did
lots of
hire
it.
he did hire a clean chef apparently. But man, Zion, get your weight under. I get he's young. He doesn't really care. He's made more money than my entire bloodline, so I can't really speak on the man's decisions. But it is what it is.
I don't
You
get
can
rid of
speak on
Wisco.
weight
I keep Zion out personally. I'm taking the risk on him again because like I said, every time he's
I
performing, he
take
puts
the risk
numbers
on
in.
Zion over MPJ. I'm gonna give you that
Oh
too.
no, I just
All
don't.
day.
If
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
New Orleans, I'm sure you ride it out until Zion comes back. Because when
Yeah.
Zion comes back, mark my words, the injury will just be a fucking swipe that under the rug. He'll lose weight. I'm sorry. The weight thing's extremely overrated as well. The kid will lose weight. He's like you said,
It's
what
the second
20?
time though.
Yeah, during he's injured, John. You don't get on the court. You're gonna gain weight as you're not playing, John. And he's a little bit heavier when he comes back looking good as fuck. Anytime he comes back, he don't look really fat. Of course, he's gonna be a little heavier because he's not playing. He's injured. He's rehabbing. He will be a little heavier. And guess what? When you're as dominant as him, he can clearly work at the weight. I don't think he'll have a huge, long career simply because he's so athletic with that much weight. But it's hard for a guy like him to drop so much weight and not be as dominant as he currently is. But every time he plays, he puts up numbers. You don't. For me, if I'm New Orleans, what are you fucking gonna gain getting rid of him? You're not gonna gain because Dame isn't. Dame would skyrocket him to like finals type shit, but you take a risk on Dame being good for the next 5-6 years. Because that's what that young core is gonna want. A guy who can sit there for another 5 years. Dame ain't gonna be Dame in the next 5
Honestly,
years.
you want my honest answer on what you're gonna
Keep
get with
Zion.
Zion? What you're gonna get when you trade Zion? You'll probably get a healthy superstar. That's the risk.
You're right, yeah. But the problem
willing
is,
to
I
take.
find you're gonna get an older one because then no one's gonna trade a young guy for him, especially like you two were
Yeah.
saying. You two are bringing up the fact that he's injury prone in his weight. NBA executives know that as well. It's not worth the trade for me, at least for a young guy like Dame, because Zion already is putting up better numbers in Zane in Dame. If you compare early years, first 4 years compared to Dame's first 4 years, Zion's already off to a better track record. And I get injury prone, but Zion can come back. It's not a huge ACL spread or shit like that. It's little injuries.
150 less games. That's the problem. Maybe
True.
200.
Yeah.
Maybe
Simply because
200.
injuries. You're right. Yeah. I agree. The games may be an issue, but for me, I'm riding the Zion train. I'm not getting rid of him yet.
4 years.
Me, I'm taking
4
that
years,
chance on the
110 games
final.
for me doesn't
If he-
solidify me to keep him.
Yeah, I can see that. But what, like you said, what superstar can really go? Who will go to New Orleans? Who will? No one. No one wants to go to New Orleans. And I get you can try to trade for him, and it doesn't matter. But guess
Yeah.
what? No one wants to stay there. They'll pack up and they'll get the fuck out. At least Zion is going to get committed for now.
Fair.
You take the risk on Zion, I think he'll pay off.
Fair enough. Good assessment. Do you want to
me.
get on to the award finalists?
Yeah, I'd
But-
love to.
Another thing, quick, is
Oh.
didn't Zion want out also? Like
No,
earlier
it
in
was
his
rumored.
career?
It's
No,
all
it was a
rumor, all that shit.
rumor.
Yeah, unless they actually request a trade, let's not think they want it more
No.
times than not.
Russ
Yeah.
versus KD. Before we cover the finalists, don't really want to get into this too quick because we talked about it. But it's
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be fun to see. This
it's
is gonna be
gonna
the
be
best first
entertaining.
matchup. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the most entertaining, best first matchup we've seen the last
Yeah.
3 years.
The
The
problem
first
with
rounder,
it is
nuts.
Russ has put the problems behind him, and it was never KD who was mad at Russ. It was Russ who was mad at KD. He got over it. It's been 6-7 years. There's nothing
He'll
you
always
can
be
really
there.
do.
He'll always be there. and I
It's
think
gonna
he's
fire
that
you
guy.
up. It's gonna fire you up because I want to beat that guy who left me.
Westbrook wants to fucking no.
Yeah.
Westbrook wants to pin him down, my boy. Like,
He
he
is
wants
going
to put
to-
him out.
He's gonna be a bull in a china shop. He's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think we see for the first time in
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm gonna agree.
5 years, we see Russell
Yep.
Westbrook.
I think Westbrook goes out there.
Yeah.
And Westbrook has one of the best. Maybe watch us both look like idiots here. I think Westbrook has the best postseason he's had in the last 5-6 years. Easy.
I'll give you that.
I think Westbrook's going to
2016.
thrive in this. He will thrive in this environment. I feel the Clippers have done nothing but wonders for this guy. He's fucking likes it there. He's confident. He's
Yeah.
happy. And guess what?
Yeah, and people
Kawhi
forget.
Leonard is a problem. But continue, Nick.
People forget Russ stepped up with the Wizards, pulled them through the play-in.
Yeah.
They got swept by the 76ers. You can't blame them. Russ
No.
and Bradley Beal versus Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris,
Unfortunately, Bradley
nothing you
Beal
can
isn't
do.
that guy.
No.
Bradley was not that guy anyway. So Westbrook couldn't really do a whole lot. That's
All
gonna
right.
be a great first matchup though. And I'm sorry before you chime off of it.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard too is getting overshadowed. That is going to be. I'm sorry, Kawhi Leonard is
Absurd.
going to
Absurd.
step up, bro. And give them Paul George. Please give him Paul George. But I got Kawhi eating this postseason. It's
Yeah.
what he does. He's one of the best postseason players ever.
I want to see another heater matchup, Knicks versus Cavs. I want to see Dono versus New York like we've seen Trey versus New York.
It's not a headphone off.
Well, the shit's gone, Bando. What are you on about? The Knicks. I'm sorry. Do you want to know why the Hawks
That
Trey
Nick-
versus New
the
York? Because
reason-
the Hawks aren't that good.
No, the
That's
reason
why.
he's saying this is because the Knicks said, I want RJ Barrett over you. They disrespected Donovan. This is
Okay.
going to be Donovan's revenge series.
I don't know if
Dono
Dono
wanted
even
to
remembers
go
that garbage,
home.
though. The Knicks
Don-
are so relevant.
Dono wanted
I know,
to
but-
go home.
He said,
Yeah.
I want to go to New York and I want to elevate your franchise. And they went, I choose RJ Barrett shooting 25% from the three.
I don't think it's really going to be a type rival shit. I get the Trey Young thing, but Trey Young allowed that shit to be a rival because
I mean, Trey Young
Trey
dropped.
Young-
Oh, this
him
isn't a
5.
Trae Young rivalry type deal. This isn't that New York hates him. It's Donovan's angry at New York. That's why it's
I
going to
know.
be crazy.
Yeah, I think the thing with Dono, like we said, he will give you his 40 because he does that in the postseason. But I think Dono doesn't even look twice and he bodysuits them. The Cavs will eat them. You're right though. I can't wait to see Dono in the Garden. That's gonna be good.
Take the over.
Here's our award finalists for MVP:
might set
Giannis,
the record.
Embiid, Jokic. Embiid's winning it.
Jokic. Not
Embiid's
Jokic, I mean
winning it.
Embiid, I think Embiid, yeah. He is solid. He stayed solid compared to Jokic. He stayed solid the last fucking 2 or 3 weeks in the postseason. Not postseason, but leading up to the last 2 weeks, he stayed pretty solid. Giannis probably deserves way more credit than he's getting, but they don't want to see Giannis get 3. So
Doc
This is
Rivers also had a
Giannis'
good.
best season of his career.
yeah, they don't want to see Giannis get
No.
it. So he might
Giannis,
get it.
Doc Rivers also had a good point. He had half their points of the night in a win.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is getting it, I think.
He's getting the
I got Joel
MVP.
for that.
You got Giannis because he is having the best season of his career, and you also
No, I
hate
got
Embiid.
Embiid.
Oh, you
I
do?
got
Okay.
Embiid.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
but I think Giannis deserves it. But I got
Yeah, no,
Embiid.
I know, I do too. I think Giannis. I think Giannis should be getting more credit than he's getting, but it's Joel for me.
It's Joel. Yeah.
Clutch Player of the Year finalists: Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox.
And it's unfortunate because that was Kai's, but it's unfortunate he just kind of fell off near the last couple of games of the season. That was
Didn't get the
Kyrie's, though.
clutch shots. Yeah, didn't get the
That-
shots. They went to Luka, and Luka stole
No,
them.
for
Back
real.
to
Yeah,
Luka.
for real. That literally was Kyrie's fucking award because he's the only player to have multiple 20-point fourth quarter games.
Personally,
He's
I
the
don't
only
know the
player to have that.
criteria that goes into this. Is it
It's
points
really
in the fourth?
It's fourth quarter and just big clutch ability to make shots, but it's fourth quarter.
It's gonna be DeMar DeRozan then. He's been clutch all
No.
season.
No, I don't think so. I think it's probably gonna be Fox, honestly, but I respect it. I think De'Aaron Fox simply because what he's done. I think the ability to lead a team, I think, has some factor into it. And his fourth quarter, I think De'Aaron Fox. gets it.
Personally, for me, I think they might give it to DeMar because the award wasn't there last year,
Yeah,
and they might go 2 years back to back. They're like, all right, DeMar did this last year. He's been clutch this year as well. The criteria might get fucked up because it's a new award, so they might throw it to DeMar. But safe bet is De'Aaron.
I say
Tapper?
De'Aaron Fox.
Tapper. Who do you
I
got?
got DeMar, but I feel like it's sleeper Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Sleeper
I
Jimmy?
feel like they could just be like, take
Respect.
it.
Rookie of the Year finalists: Paolo Banchero, Walker Kessler, Jalen Williams. Absurd that Indiana's rookie is not in there averaging 19 points a game.
Unfortunately, I'm a
Benedict
casual when
Mathurin.
it comes to rookies. I'm such a casual for rookies because I don't pay attention
Yeah.
to them. So I'm gonna go
For
safe
this-
bet Paulo.
For this class, I'm going Walker Kessler. That's me.
I'm gonna go the biggest name in there, which is Paulo.
They'll give it to
Yeah.
the biggest name. The
Yeah.
most deserving is Indiana's rookie. Out of this, the most deserving is Walker Kessler. He stepped up for Utah all year. They were just eliminated a week and a half ago from playing contention. You're on a team that's gunning for the playoffs. I'm
Mhm.
giving it to you.
Benedict Mathurin.
Most improved finalists: Brunson, Shea, Laurie.
Yeah,
Brunson.
Laurie wins it, but I want Shea.
Brunson.
Oh,
I
Brunson.
I
got
think Shea wins
Brunson.
it. I think Shea wins it.
Shea will win it, but I still think Brunson deserves it more than Shea.
Shea took
Just
what, a
be-
22, 24, jumped 31, 30.
Simply
Yeah.
because Shea did
That's
this
the
last
elevated
year.
team as well.
Simply because Shea did this last year, and Brunson has been carrying a horrible Knicks team through the playoffs. Brunson also
Sleep on
went.
Randall.
Oh, sorry, I lied.
Yeah,
Brunson's
Julius
been-
Randall's there.
He's been a key part to a mid
Yeah.
Knicks team.
Yeah, because Julius Randall, has done the only reason
Yeah.
he's missing. He was literally their Iron Man. Actually, I realized that a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Julius Randall doesn't miss games.
No.
That guy plays.
My
And I
thing
will give
is,
credit.
I
And
get,
he-
I get why. I get why you pick.
I put
Shea.
I put Shea simply because I'm sorry, there's such a 6-point jump. If correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a huge Shea guy. I think he did take like a 6-7 point jump.
Oh yeah, no, he went from
And he's led that
24, if
OKC
I'm not
team.
mistaken.
Yeah, to 31-30. And he led the fucking that OKC team into where they're at now. I got Shea for that one.
I got Markkinen. They're gonna look at it as you got rid of Dono, you got rid of Gobert.
Yeah,
Marketing came in there, doubled his points. You know, he was looked at
That's
as
true.
a bust. Added 5 rebounds. Like he had
Yeah.
them as the number 1 seed for how long?
I think
A good couple
awards
months,
that
at
aren't the
least.
MVP, they can go from 1 to 3 actually matters. Award for MVP, I think 1 and 2 are the only one that matters. But from any other award, 1 to 3 matters. So I think that's about okay.
Yeah. I'm okay. You get rid of Dono, you get rid of Gobert.
you're right.
You're
That's a
supposed
good
to be
point.
in Wembanyama conversations,
Yeah.
and he
You're
took
right,
them to
actually.
the number 1 seed for 3 weeks out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking like playoff.
I can see that.
Sorry, guys. I'm looking for
another-
something.
no, you
I
good.
don't know what his stats were last year, but I know Brunson only had like 13 and he's averaging 24. So that's a jump. That's a better jump than Shea, in my opinion.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah,
marketing
Shea.
quick.
The reason why those are two, Brunson was his first year on the Knicks, correct?
Yeah.
You're right. So you leave a team with Luca where you're not going to get a lot. I know this does value your point, but listen to my statement from it. You go leave a team where you're little go to a team with the Knicks where they don't have really a whole lot of scoring. Randall's good, but he didn't really have a second option. And you're just inevitable. Your points will just jump. So it shows your numbers.
Oh, but you see the problem with Luka this year. He's not in the playoffs. Brunson's gone. Brunson also helped carry the Mavericks to the playoffs.
Yes, but the reason his jump is so high is simply because he was with
Luka.
Yeah, now he's not really with any
But
scores.
What's Shea's excuse
back to back on
for like
OKC.
20 points last year?
Nothing. That's why his jump is a lot more, and I think more impressive, simply because he's
getting fed the ball this year.
He got fed the ball last year too, though. His shots per game haven't jumped up that much.
14 points a game
to 26 for Markkanen.
For Markkanen, that's insane. That's good.
And he added 3 extra rebounds.
So this is also going to be the tightest, most improved race this year. Defensive player of the year finalists.
24 to 31. Yeah.
JJJ, Lopez, and Mobley. Don't know. For me, I'm inconclusive.
Yeah, the defense player
Jaren Jackson gets it, but
I think Jackson. I think for leading, still leads the league in blocks too, and blocks are huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it.
And he's averaging like 2 steals a game.
Sixth man of the year finalists: Brogdon, Portis, Emmanuel Quickley.
I feel like it should be Brogdon, but I feel
it's going to be Brogdon out of this list. We were talking about
it's Brogdon.
We were talking about Norman Powell all year. Why the fuck is Quickley here? Am I missing something?
Norman Powell went under.
Oh no, Quickley's been going crazy.
I've still got Brogdon.
On the Knicks bench, yeah.
Celtics bench depth is great, and Brogdon turned it, and it was just not like a great pickup. I got Brogdon there.
Yeah, I got Brogdon.
Fuck, man, that's the pod. I think. Yeah.
I think another person who should be in that conversation for 6th man of the year is Benedict Mathurin. I'm big on this dude, as you can tell. 19 points as a rookie.
Yeah,
19 points as a rookie.
What teams he play for?
Indiana. He ain't even start, bro. Wild. I think he might have started like 20 games, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
You put me on to the boy averaging 19. He's rookie of the fucking year.
Yeah.
The fact that he's not a finalist.
19 to 20 games really all-star.
This just shows that all the NBA cares about is your big names, and they want them in there. They're not looking at real criteria for that.
Yeah.
For a rookie of the year, it will always be the biggest rookie every year. Besides last year when Mobley probably should have won it, but your boy Scotty snaked that out. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been this podcast, boys?
Yeah, I'm good.
And guess where the fuck we're going?
Baby.
We're putting the jersey in the rafters tonight, boys. Let's hear what the run count is. What are we going up with?
400, 600. I didn't say I was spending it all, but I got 460, 450.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking a quick 100. That's it.
I'm taking 50.
Let's see what I can do 450.
Cool. All right, I'm putting 17 grand on black, pulling out a loan. That's been this episode of Small Town Sports. For the consistent, by the way, for the consistent viewers who give us 20, I just got to give you guys a thank you. We get 20 consistent viewers an episode. We have not averaged under 20 besides our underrated player of the game. Underrated players episode, it was 14 views. But we've had 20 viewers consistently.
Before we end this, I don't want to go an episode without saying this. Fuck Dylan Brooks.
We already said we said it 7 times.
Oh, did we?
He's getting beat down by LeBron, and I can't wait for it.
Fuck Dylan Brooks.
I hope the third leg puts it in his face. All right, that's been this episode of Small Town Sports. We'll catch you guys in the next one.